Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we have something incredibly grounded for you.
Yeah, very raw.
Right. Our mission today is exploring the raw origins and the driving philosophy behind a space known as YEBO Unchained.
Also called Unchained Voices.
Exactly. And we are pulling directly from firsthand narrative accounts to see how this all came together.
And I mean, this isn't your standard tech narrative. We aren't talking about venture capital or algorithms today.
Or shiny offices.
Right. This is a deeply emotional look at surviving Houston's third ward. It's about breaking generational conditioning.
And what it actually takes to move from being systematically silenced to, being completely unapologetic.
It's heavy.
It is.
Yeah.
Let's start right in that environment.
Yeah.
Because the source material paints a really gritty, hyper-specific picture for us.
It really does.
We're looking at a single mother raising two boys in the third ward. Nights where the lights were just shut off.
Days with absolutely no water.
Yeah, and kids walking around in shoes that were entirely too small for them.
It's total survival mode.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. The text says the founder had to be a dreamer to escape without leaving.
Right.
It feels like dreaming in that environment wasn't a luxury. It was a pure survival tool. Like building a raft during a flood.
That's a great analogy.
But I mean, how do you dream when society essentially says you'll just end up dead or locked up?
Well, you have to look at the mother's daily defiance. The accounts note that even though those boys' clothes were worn out, they were never dirty.
Wow.
Yeah, she kept them off the streets, she looked at them every single day, and drilled into them that they could be anything.
So she actively countered that narrative.
Exactly. And what's fascinating here is how the founder alchemized that intense, crushing pressure.
Because he couldn't afford college.
No, he absolutely did not have the luxury of failure or, any kind of safety net. He took that necessity that required dreaming and used it to build a space for others.
Facing that exact same reality.
Yes.
So how does that transition happen? Like, how does one family's physical struggle in the third ward translate into a digital platform for others?
It starts with completely redefining the user. The core philosophy driving Unchained Voices is a distinction we often miss. People are not born voiceless.
They are silenced.
Exactly. There is a massive difference.
Like the difference between lacking a voice and having a hand clamped over your mouth.
A vital difference. I mean, they are conditioned by their environment, by failing schools, by society at large.
They're actively taught early on to not make waves.
Right. Don't speak up. Just put your head down and survive.
Here's where it gets really interesting to me, though. If staying quiet is a deeply conditioned survival instinct built over years, how does a digital platform actually break that psychological conditioning?
By fundamentally changing the mechanics of why people share.
Because just giving someone a text box on a screen doesn't magically make them speak their truth.
No, it doesn't. But the sources explicitly call Unchained Voices a release.
A release.
Right. Think about standard platforms for a second. They condition you to perform, to chase metrics.
To create content for an audience, yeah.
Exactly. Unchained Voices breaks that silence by removing those behavioral modifiers.
So it's not about content creation at all.
It's about unfiltered truth. It acts as a pressure release valve for everything people were told they had to hold in.
So it is an unapologetic space designed explicitly for the overlooked.
The ones who were counted out or ignored by traditional gatekeepers?
Instead of performing for a crowd, the users they're just releasing what they've been forced to carry.
Yeah. When you spend your whole life trying to escape an environment without physically leaving it, eventually you need a place where you can just arrive.
And speak.
Yes. YEBO Unchained transforms one man's need for that exact space into a universal mission.
A mission to ensure nobody ever feels like they have to stay silent again. It is an incredibly heavy, yet hopeful realization.
It really is. Which leaves us with a question for you to chew on today.
Right.
If society and daily survival subtly condition all of us to stay quiet, to just fit in and not make waves,
What unapologetic truth have you been holding in today?
and who actually benefits from your silence?